Hello and welcome all back to the Field of Dreams in Harrison, Maine for the second half of this GNCBL doubleheader. For this one, we've got the 3-3-1 Norsemen hosting the visiting Patriots, with the man on the mound for Matt Rogers' Norseman squad, Andrew Keniston, surrounded by the defense, being caught by Kevin Connolly, first baseman Regan Thomas, Nate Rogers at second, Davis Kibler at short, Hayden Dittner in third. In the outfield, Ben Seguin in left, Anthony Poole in center, and David Jurowitz in right. The squad hoping to keep pace with the league-leading Norsemen, or the league-leading Nor'easters rather, who won today, got to 4-2 on the season. And the lineup that the sophomore at St. Joseph's Keniston will be facing: the unit of Sam Economy, Harrison Toon, Ike Keeley, Joe Straley, Ryan Thurber, Noah Shaw, Dante Tochi, Desmond Watkins, and rounded out by Morgan Doty. My apologies for that confusion there with the rosters I was looking at. We're just about ready to get going here under the hot sun. A beautiful day for a game. We just saw a great finish to the Nor'easters taking a 7-5 win comeback victory over the Lightning, dropping them to 0-2. And now Sam Economy will stand in against Andrew Keniston outside for a ball, and we are underway. The leadoff man is Economy. He's a junior at Penn West Clarion. Looks at a strike right down the middle. Went to Hampton Academy up in Hampton near Bangor. Hit .232, 2 triples, 23 hits in total with Penn West Clarion. So far this season, he's slugging .545, which is 4th in the GNCBL, after making the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District team with Penn West Clarion in college. And the man on the mound he's facing, Andrew Keniston, a sophomore at St. Joseph's. He's got him 1-2. He's cutting a miss. Keniston gets his first K right off the bat. Economy goes down. Keniston is from Cedar Ossipee, New Hampshire. Went to Kingswood Regional High School. Stands 6'2", left-hander. Made 3 bullpen appearances with St. Joseph's as a freshman. 2 1/3 innings pitched. Didn't allow any runs. Starts Harrison Toon, the shortstop outside of the ball. Toon, a junior, Bryan and Stratton. Looks at ball 2. Native of Brookfield, Wisconsin. Currently second in the GNCBL in RBI with 7. And Keniston has him 3-0. Keniston skilled on the mound, but also in the dugout. He's helped coach youth and Little League baseball teams for the last several years in both baseball and football, sport he also played. Toon fouled that one off. 3-1 count. And that is just inside to bring the count full. Keniston fighting back. The business and sports management major for the Monks. Now for the Norsemen. Payoff pitch. And that's in for strike 3. Second K in as many batters to start this one. Keniston off to a hot start. And now Ike Keeley will stand in. Senior at Babson. Falmouth native. He took his squad to the NEWMAC Championship against Wheaton this past season, where they lost 10-2. He's a GNCBL veteran, returning for his second year. Catching today. Hits that one into center field, and diving and catching it. The center fielder, Anthony Poole, made a great diving catch. That looked like it was surely going to drop in for a base hit, but instead, 3 up, 3 down. A great start for Andrew Keniston. And now, the Norsemen will bat. Ready to begin the bottom of the first. The man on the mound for the Patriots is Nick Griffin, the junior at Castleton. And the defense around him, catching is Ike Keeley, with Sam Economy at first. Morgan Doty at second, Harrison Toone at short, Noah Shaw at third, in the outfield Dante Tochi in left, Ryan Thurber in center, and Desmond Watkins in right. And the Norsemen lineup that Griffin will be facing: Chris Cimino, Nate Rogers, Anthony Poole, David Jurowitz, Kevin Connolly, Ben Seguin, Davis Kibler, Regan Thomas, Hayden Dipner, and Liam Coolidge. They line up for the 3-3-1 Norsemen. I'm Charlie Fellows, taking you through this game. I don't think I signed on officially before. The second game I've called here at this park this morning. As Nick Griffin gets warmed up. As I said, a junior from Castleton. He's a Thornton Academy graduate, Saco native. As a sophomore at Castleton, he made just one appearance. 2 innings, 2 strikeouts against Rhode Island College. The righty stands at 6-1. And now the man he will face off against first, Chris Cimino. A senior at Bates, native of Scarborough, Maine. Griffin starts him off with a high ball. Cimino hit .318, hit 7 doubles, stole 13 bases, batted in 21 runs. Overall, greatly productive season at Bates. Takes inside for ball 2. Along with making NESCAC All-Academic, one of the most prestigious conferences to make All-Academic honors in. Inside the strike zone, 2-1. Griffin. Chip back foul. (2-2). That's hit down the left field line, but foul. Cimino fighting from the very first at bat. This is a team that fights. No deficit is too large for them. They are the only squad this year to win on a walk-off home run. They did that against these very Patriots at the ballpark in Old Orchard Beach. That's hit high and deep to right, under it, and making the catch at the foot of the wall is the right fielder Desmond Watkins. Joe Strabley is retired, Chris Cimino is retired. And Nate Rogers will bat. As I was saying, Kyle Dewin, the man who hit that walk-off 2-run bomb to win a tight one, a game the Norsemen had trailed throughout. Taking the ball is Nate Rogers, the second baseman today. He's a senior at St. Michael's from Chevers High School. Had 25 at-bats as a junior. Got a hit in 2 of them. Makes for a unsightly 0.80 average, but he's been playing well this year. Most 2 hitters in any lineup are. Griffin starts him off 3-0. Rogers He's from a baseball lineage. His father played at Bowdoin. As he looks at a strike. Former all-defensive team in high school. Sure-handed second baseman as they come. 3-1. That's grounded foul. To bring the count full. Payoff pitch. That's hit long but foul. Had home run distance toward the right field foul pole, but a loud strike. Griffin deals, and that's ball 4. So he fights back from 3-0, but can't quite put him away. Norsemen have their first base runner. Now Anthony Poole, wearing his brother Johnny Poole's number today. This is typically number 3. But he's still the same old Anthony. A junior at USM. Slaps that foul. One of the best players on the Norsemen. He's tied for 5th in the league in runs batted in. He's hitting .259. His team not full of stat-padding power hitters. He is the only player that ranks anywhere in the top 5 in any major offensive stat in the league, and yet they somehow find a way. That's blooped foul. Poole hit .308 with 3 doubles and batted in 7 runs at USM as a sophomore. He's a South Portland native, now majoring in marketing with the Huskies. Griffin. Another foul ball. Stays 0-2. With Nate Rogers on first. 1 away. Griffin looking to put him away. But Poole keeps fighting. The 6-foot center fielder. One of the league's top hitters. Another 0-2. That's popped up high on the infield into foul territory. Third baseman Shaw comes over to make the catch for the second out. And David Jurowitz now will bat. He's a better average hitter than Poole, .474, which is 6th in the league. He's batted in 2 runs, 1.026 OPS. As he shanks that one foul. St. Joseph's sophomore, spent freshman year playing on the JV team, but he has showed out, been one of the Norsemen's most reliable hitters. Went 4 for 4 against the Windjammers at Central Maine Community College. Runner goes, and the tag is applied for the 3rd out. So heads up catching from Keeley. The inning ends with 1 base runner. Still a scoreless tie here. Top of the 2nd, no meaningful noise from either side in the 1st inning. Back on the mound, Andrew Kennison after 2 Ks. He will face the heart of the Patriots order, starting with Joe Strabley, the senior at Oberlin. Takes ball 1 outside. Originally from Yarmouth, before attending the Loomis Shafee School in Connecticut. Pops it up foul. Hit .354, batted in 15 runs for Oberlin this past campaign, an 11-24 squad that was. 1-1 from Kenniston. grounded on the infield toward third, over to first. Making the grab and the out is Regan Thomas, and there's one away. Ryan Thurber now, a sophomore at SMCC. Takes ball one. South Portland High School graduate. Hit .267. Batted in 28 runs for the Seawolves. That took home the YSCC title. That's strike one. Two-one now on Thurber from the St. Joseph sophomore. The 6-2 lefty deals outside for ball three. Spark, I was saying it in the first half of the doubleheader, is a hidden gem. That's hit high into the outfield. Coming on the shortstop, able to make the grab. Davis Kibler over the shoulder for the second out. And Noah Shaw will bat. As I was saying, the true Maine baseball experience, playing in a field in the middle of the woods, miles away from anywhere. There's no better place to get that experience than here, and I say that without the slightest bit of sarcasm. One of the most beautiful views I've ever had from a press box, as Shaw fouls that first offering away. Noah Shaw is a rising freshman at Thomas College from Lyman, Maine. Graduated just recently from Massabesic. Takes strike one. He will be heading to Thomas to major in sport management while playing baseball. One. Popped him up, but foul out of play. The two sport management majors facing off, Keniston and Shaw. And that's strike three. The catcher able to triple clutch, throw down to first to get the out. 3 up, 3 down once more. Still perfect through two is Andrew Keniston in a 0-0 game. Nick Griffin back on the mound for another inning of work. A pitcher's duel thus far. Neither side has allowed a hit, and both sides have faced the minimum. Griffin did walk a man in the first inning, but he was picked off. And ball one issued to Jurowitz, who was at the plate when that pickoff ended the inning. Jurowitz swings at a ball way inside for 1-1. Lines that one down the right field line, foul. Well, earlier in the week, it looked like today might be a washout as Griffin throws outside for ball two, but it is a beautiful sunny day here in northern Cumberland County. Couldn't have asked for better weather. Maybe a little breeze might have been nice, but I will take what I can get as Jurowitz fights to stay alive. Two from Griffin. Lined right at the shortstop Toon. Over to first for the first out. Kevin Connolly now, the catcher one of two members of this lineup currently in the transfer portal after 1 year at Stonehill. He looks at a high leadoff pitch. Graduated from Cheverus in 2022. His father Mike, the head coach at Bowdoin. 1-1. Chip to the backstop. 1-2. Griffin offers. Cutting a miss. Strike 3. First K of the morning for him. And Connolly goes down. Now 2 outs. Ben Seguin will bat. He takes a strike. Seguin, the sophomore at St. Joseph's out of Scarborough High School. A 1 is just inside for a strike. Outside, I should say. Had 4 at-bats with the Monks as a freshman. No hits. Did strike out twice. Looks at a ball low. Another sport management major. That's hit deep into center field. Running on and making the running catch is Ryan Thurber to retire the side. Still no hits through 2 innings. We head to the 3rd inning now. A 0-0 tie here in Harrison. Keniston back out for the top of the 3rd. They will face the 7-8-9 trio of Tochi, Watkins, and Doty, the first of whom is Dante Tochi, sophomore at Southern Maine Community College. Will stand in trying to be the first base runner of the day against Keniston as that one goes to the backstop. Tochi, a Portland High School graduate. Played in 9 games with the Sea Wolves. Batted .429, batted in 2 runs while majoring in business administration. A 5'9" lefty. He's in left tonight, or this morning, I should say. Really this afternoon. It's 12:10. Keniston deals. That's lined to 3rd. Throwing on and unable to make the play. I think he would have beaten that out anyway, but the throw gets past Thomas. And into 2nd goes Tochi. The first hit of the game for the Patriots. Thomas couldn't get his glove on that. And Keniston's allowed his first hit. Desmond Watkins now will bat. A junior at Dickinson with a man on 2nd and none out. Hits that high but foul. Watkins from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Went to St. Peter's Prep High School. With Dickinson as a sophomore, hit .286 in 14 at-bats with 4 hits and 3 strikeouts. The 0-1 is in there for strike 2. Also pitched 8 innings, but did not do so well there. Gave up 11 hits and 10 runs. It's inside for ball 1. Keniston's 1-2. That's way outside. About 2 feet away from the glove of Connolly, and down to third goes Tochi. First wild pitch for Keniston. Now a man 90 feet away from breaking this scoreless tie in the top of the third with none out. Keniston outside for ball 3. In more or less the exact same spot Connolly was ready for at that time. Payoff pitch. Chopped to short. The run will score. Running on and throwing to get the first out is a shortstop Kibler. But into score comes Tochi, and the Patriots lead 1-0. And now with one away, Morgan Doty. Takes ball 1. Doty from Smithfield, Rhode Island. He's a senior at St. Joseph's. 1-0. In the dirt. As a junior with the Monks, had 2 at-bats. One of them hits. Played club ball in high school with the Rhode Island Bombers. (2-0) in there for a strike. The Norsemen have bullpen activity now. 2-0, or 2-1, excuse me. That's 3-1 now. Hitters count. And that's ball 4. Doty is aboard. And the top of the lineup will begin anew for the Patriots. Sam Economy struck out swinging his first time up. Penn West Clarion Jr. with a runner on. And 1 out. His team up by 1 here in the top of the third. Andrew Keniston trying to get back on his horse. But once again, to that upper right reaches of catcher Kevin Connolly's stretching ability for ball 1. Cut and miss. One from the lefty. Just low. Doty experimenting with how big of a lead he can get. And Economy now 3-1. Keniston, and that's a second straight walk. Well, he was perfect through 2, but signs of mortality starting to show now. Started this inning off by giving up a single, who came around to score, got to second on an error, got to third on a wild pitch, and scored on a Desmond Watkins fielder's choice. And we've got a pitching change already. Done after 2 1/3 innings is Andrew Keniston. And Coach Matt Rogers making a change. We will be right back here at the Field of Dreams. Well, after just 2 1/3, Andrew Keniston is done, and Kyle Sawyer on to replace him. The 6'1 lefty from UMaine Farmington in for some long relief duty, and he will face off first against Harrison Toone. Leads him off with the ball. Toone struck out looking his first time up. Slaps it foul back out of play. The Brookfield, Wisconsin native, one of many players from far and wide, coming together to play some classic Maine baseball. Just the kind of thing you love to see. You'll even drive an hour and 15 minutes at 7 a.m. up to see it. That's in for a strike. I never regret a thing. It's always a privilege to get to call games in special locations with special players like this. Down for a ball to Toone. Payoff pitch coming from Sawyer. The Thornton Academy graduate. And that is a third straight walk, spanning 2 pitchers to load the bases with 1 out. Toone is aboard. And the 3-hitter Ike Keeley lined out to center his last time up. If he does that again, that'll score at least 1. Takes his first pitch outside. That's way outside, 2-1 from Sawyer. Secondary education major up in Farmington. Made 8 appearances, 7 of them out of the pen. Gave up 8 runs in 5 innings. Gets a strike in there. Men on every base, 1 out. 1 run already in. And that's hit into left field for a base hit. In to score is Doty, rounding third to score is Economy, trying to stretch it to a double, and doing so safely is Ike Keeley. He gives his Patriots 2 more runs. Toone into third. Economy and Doty both in. Ike Keeley with a stand-up double. And now still 1 away for Joe Strabley. Takes ball, strike 1. He grounded out to short on the perfect portion of the first time through the order for deposed Andrew Keniston. Both those runs charged to Keniston. That's outside for a ball. And again. 3 balls, no strikes. Sawyer trying not to walk the bases loaded once again. And instead he gives up a rocket down the left field line, just foul. Three and 1. 3-2, excuse me. Sawyer, another payoff pitch. Strabley stays alive. Lines it into left. high and deep, but yet again, another foul ball, basically to the exact same spot. Thurber, or Strabley, rather, staying alive. It's been 3-2 for a while now. It's a good at bat. And Sawyer eventually loses the battle. Fourth walk of the inning, pardon me, for the Norsemen staff, and spanning 2 pitchers. Strabley is aboard to load the bases, still 1 out. Mound conference is brief. Norseman skipper Matt Rogers gonna leave his man in. And Ryan Thurber will step in. He flied out to short when last he batted. Bases loaded, 1 out. Popped him up. Might be able to make a play. No, just drifts out of play off the Patriots dugout. Sawyer offers. Line down the left field line, foul. Lots of good knocks in that direction. One and 2 for Thurber. South Portland native. And that clip him? No, just a ball. Former Thornton Academy teammates, these two, Thurber and Sawyer. In fact, they graduated in the same year. Hits that high and deep to left center. And a diving catch is made by the center fielder. 1 run is in, but that could have been a lot worse. Anthony Poole put his body on the line, went into full dive, and it paid off for the 2nd out. Toon is able to tag up and score to make it a 4-0 game, but that could have been significantly worse. Probably all 3 runs would have scored if that had rolled all the way to the wall. Now a ball to start off Noah Shaw. Who struck out swinging his first time up. Takes a strike. One, two. To the Massabesic man, and that's a swinging strike. And that'll end the inning. They are able to get out of it and leave men on first and second, but 4 runs come in to score. The starter is knocked from the game, and after just 1 frame, the Patriots lead 4-0. To the bottom of the 3rd now, where the other pitcher, Nick Griffin, still on the mound, still without a hit allowed. The minimum still having been faced. And 7, 8, and 9 will be up, starting with this man, Davis Kibler, who chops that foul down the left field line. Kibler, rising freshman at Southern Maine Community College. He's at short today. Native of Augusta, went to Coney High School. Grounds that back to Griffin. Underhand toss to Thomas for the first out. or one away for, or excuse me, that wasn't to Thomas, that was to Sam Economy, because the man at the bat right now is Regan Thomas. New face on the roster, just got added this morning. He's currently in the transfer portal. Cut and miss on a high strike. 1-1. He supplanted Ben Seguin from his normal spot starting at first. Seguin's out in left today. Lines that down the right field line, foul. One and two. Griffin. High. And that is a called strike 3. Thomas looks at a K, second of Griffin's afternoon. And quick 2 down for Hayden Dipner. Another rising freshman at USM. He's a product of Mount Blue High School up in Farmington. Takes a high ball. Also played for the River Rats. He's at third today. Wanted that one back. 2-0. Griffin. Just misses again. Dipner staring his way to 3-0. And that's ball 4, 2-out walk. Dibner is aboard. The second walk allowed by Griffin. And unless Dipner is somehow picked off, he will no longer have faced the minimum in this one. This is Liam Coolidge, the 10th and final man in Matt Rogers' Norseman lineup. Rising junior at SMCC, cuts and misses at strike 1. It's from Westbrook. Graduated from Westbrook High School, hit .372 with a 1 home run, batted in 10 more. His sophomore year for the YSCC champion Seawolves. Looks at a ball inside. One on one. Up and out. Foul back. Chris Cimino on deck as the Norsemen roster looking to begin anew. Lineup, I should say, if Coolidge can get aboard. And looks at strike 3. 3 strikeouts, or it's 2 strikeouts in the inning. Another masterful frame from Griffin. Gives up his second base runner, but no runs, as his Patriots lead 4-0. Well, the so-called long relief appearance I foretold for Kyle Sawyer turned out to just be 2/3 of an inning, because Matt Rogers has made another move into his bullpen, and Alex Smith is on, the senior at Husson, native of Northborough, Massachusetts, from Acton-Boxborough Regional High School. As a junior at Husson, made 15 appearances, 4 of them starts, 3.18 ERA, gave up a .276 batting average, nothing to sneeze at. He will face off against Dante Tocci, who singled and reached on an error to begin the last frame. This time, though, grounds it to the pitcher and just able to outrun it. He's on for his second hit of the day. Just as he led off the last inning with a base hit, he does in this top of the 4th as well. And now Desmond Watkins, who grounded into a fielder's choice that advanced Tochi to third. Will bat. The New Jersey native takes another ball, 2-0. 2-0. That's in the zone. Cutting a miss on the breaking ball from Alex Smith to even the count of 2. Watkins out and right today. Count goes full with a man on first and none out. And that's just inside for ball 4. 2 men on now. Tochi last time up, he singled and then got to second on a throwing error. Got to third on a wild pitch, and then Watkins, fielder's choiced him home. Now Luke Doty, who lays down a brilliant bunt, and that goes down the left field line past the glove of Shaw, or of Dipner rather, and in to score is Tochi. Watkins able to get down to third. On the Doty single bunt. And now Sam Economy at the top of the order rather takes a strike. He is struck out and walked. Oh, 1. Hits that high into center field. Going back and making the catch is Anthony Poole for the second out of the inning. Tagging and scoring is Watkins to give his squad another run. Six 0 the score now. With Harrison Toon at the bat, 2 away. Foul back. One away, I should say. Lined past the diving glove of the second baseman Rogers and into right field for a base hit. Advancing to third was Doty, and capitalizing on that throw to try to intercept him, getting into second base is Harrison Toon. He's got himself a double. Second and third, 1 out. And Ike Keeley at the plate. He has doubled and lined out. Cutting a miss. Smith having a rough go of it so far after that, and that's just going to continue. Lined into right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Rounding third and scoring with ease is Toon. Sliding into second with another double is Ike Keeley. And it is 8-0. Joe Strabley now has walked and grounded out. One away, man on second. Smith. Outside. After the opening pitch strike, 1-1. As I said, though, Smith has kind of got knocked around for this inning, so you wonder, that goes right off the edge of the building where I'm sitting. A couple inches over, that might have been in here with me. Not a pleasant sound. As I was saying, you wonder if head coach Matt Rogers might need to go even deeper into his bullpen. Or if he will come out for another inning, 2-2 on Strabley, excuse me. Lined into left field, and that's down for another base hit. Keeley will hold up at third. Strabley has himself a single. Fourth hit allowed by Smith. Fifth hit, excuse me. Now Ryan Thurber, who has flied out twice with runners on the corners, looks at strike one. Smith has thrown a lot of pitches. He's allowed 4 runs on 5 hits and a walk. 2 of them doubles. That's chopped down towards short. Thrown on to second for the force out, but Keeley home to score. 9-0. Strabley cut down at second on the fielder's choice. Thurber now takes his place at second, or at first rather. He is the only base runner for Noah Shaw, who grounds it right to short again. Throwing and running to get the out and retire the side, but 5 more runs actually, come in to score. The Patriots lead the Norsemen 9-0. They're a comeback squad, but we'll see how big of a deficit is too big for them as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth, Nick Griffin returns for a 4th inning of work. He has not allowed any runs so far. 2 Ks, 2 walks, and still has not allowed a hit through 3. He will face the top of the Norseman order for the second time. Chris Cimino flied out his last time up. He's allowed just 2 base runners. He has been dealing. But that will be through for a base hit. As soon as I open my mouth, Cimino, on his second look at Griffin, ends his no-hit bid with a clean single through the right center field gap. And now Nate Rogers, who walked before being picked off in the first inning, takes strike 1. His home Norsemen trail by 9 runs. Still have not gotten a runner past first base. But they'll get one with that one, as that is over the head of the left fielder. Tochi rolls all the way to the wall, rounding second and holding up at third is Cimino. But a stand-up double for Rogers, and all of a sudden, the Norsemen are in business with none out. 2 runners in scoring position for one of their most dangerous hitters, Anthony Poole. Tochi made a great attempt, but that was over his head. Now Griffin in a little bit of a jam for the first time here this afternoon. We'll see how he navigates it. Leads off Poole with a ball. Poole popped out to third in foul territory his last time up. Looks at a strike. The South Portland native hitting .259. Cuts and misses. Excuse me, cuts and misses for strike 2. And hits that one high and deep into left center field. Coming on it and making the grab is Thurber. Tagging up and scoring is Chris Cimino to put the Norsemen on the board. Poole, or Rogers rather, stays put at second. So sac fly from Poole for the first out, but an RBI. And now David Jurowitz, who grounded out to short his first time up, with a man on second. Slaps that one to second. And on to first for the out. Cimino or Rogers to third. Quick one pitch at bat for him, and now Kevin Connolly struck out swinging his first time through against Griffin. Looks at a ball inside. The lefty catcher. Same spot, same call. Rogers on third, 2 away. Norsemen trailing 9-1. In the dirt for ball 3. Hit down the foul line. The right field foul line. Off the paper note packet of the Patriots assistant coach. And that's high for ball 4. Connolly is aboard. So Nick Griffin showing signs of weakness here. The second time through the order, the Norsemen hitting him a bit better, seeing his pitches a bit better. Ben Seguin flew out to center when last he saw Griffin. Now has runners on the corners with 2 down. Takes a pitch high and inside. That's a high strike. Outside for ball 3. And that's high for ball 4. So Griffin loads the bases. Rogers still on third by his double. Connolly advances to second. Even when he wasn't giving up hits, he was still walking people. That's his 4th walk of the game. 2nd in the inning. And a mound conference will commence. With Patriots skipper Tim Downing. He will remain in the game to face Davis Kibler, who hit a comebacker, a scary comebacker that looked like it got him right in the throat in the third inning. But he just shook it off and laughed. Chopped to second. Throws on to get the out and retire the side. One run comes in. The Norsemen are no longer being shut out, but still on the wrong end of an 8-run deficit with the Patriots coming up to bat. Alex Smith back on the mound, looking to find his form after a rocky fourth inning. With the top of the fifth ready to get going, we're just over halfway through the second half of this doubleheader. Dante Tochi will bat, as he has at the beginning of each of the last 2 innings. The Patriots came one batter shy of batting around in both the third and fourth inning. Tochi led off the third with a single, as did he in the fourth. Looks at a ball now, 1-1. Smith got knocked around, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs. As Tochi hits that one deep, but caught. Anthony Poole barely had to move, and 1 away. Desmond Watkins now. He batted into a fielder's choice and walked, and like most people who batted in that fourth inning, did come around to score. Takes a ball low. Two and one. The junior from Dickinson hits that into right center field. Running on is Poole, calling for it and catching it on the run for the second out. And now Morgan Doty, who has walked and singled, takes strike one. Alex Smith, the selection for the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District team this past season with Husson, on the mound today. Leaves it outside. Rope foul. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Down the middle for strike three. To retire the side, a nice, clean, relaxing 1-2-3 inning. Believe it or not, their third of the game, but the first since the second inning. Sits down the 3 Patriots in order. The Norsemen will get another chance to chip away at this deficit. Next up. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Nick Griffin is done for the Patriots after 4 stellar innings. Just 2 hits, 1 run, and 2 strikeouts. Did walk 4 men, but all in all, a very solid effort. The man on now to replace him is the sophomore from Dean, Connor Coleman. He is from Deering High School, Portland native. Had 2 2/3 innings out of the bullpen with Dean. Did not go particularly well. It was a 16.87 ERA and 10 walks. So, Perhaps someone the Norsemen can mount a comeback against, but also as the Spring Athlete of the Year and an all-conference honorable mention at Deering his senior year. So a pedigree of success. Of course, he's still a rising sophomore, still too early to tell at the college level. He will stand in against Regan Thomas, who cuts and misses. .57 righty fires in a strike. Against Thomas, who struck out looking his last time up. Chops that to short. Toon can't quite field it cleanly, and it rolls into center field. Toon got a glove on it, but didn't quite handle it. So reaching on error is Thomas. And Hayden Dipner now will bat. A rising freshman at USM has walked previously. The first man that made Nick Griffin not face the minimum. .10 from Coleman is high, with Thomas on first. Laserback foul. Returned by the man on deck, Liam Coolidge. Got the jammed onto second for one, onto first, and in time for the double play. Thomas thrown out. And Dipner retired as well as part of the twin killing. So Liam Coolidge will bat with none on and two out. He struck out looking his last time up against Griffin. Coleman starts him off with a ball. Wicked cut and miss. Grounds it back at Coleman. Able to stop it with his body, but not able to grab it cleanly. Would have had an out if he had been able to get his hands around it. As it stands, Coolidge, the latest resident at first, this time via E1. With Chris Cimino, the top of the order, back up. He has singled and flied out. Also scored the only run to the Norsemen's name thus far on the Nate Rogers double. In the dirt, stopped by Keeley for ball one. One on, two out in the bottom of the fifth of this second half of the doubleheader. Taken high for ball two. Under the sun here at beautiful Field of Dreams in Harrison. It's been a pleasure to broadcast here. .3-1 now. Chimino trying to get on for the second time, but looks at a strike. Payoff pitch. Chop foul. Called by the umpire. That was very close. Coleman again. Payoff. Runner goes. It's high for ball 4. Coolidge down to second. Chimino aboard for the second time. And Nate Rogers will bat with 2 men on and 2 out. He has walked and doubled. Also driven in a run. Dribbles it foul to lead off the plate appearance. And looks at strike 2 right down the middle. Coleman attacking here. Trying to get this inning over before it gets too dicey. Rogers has other ideas. The 0-2 inside. One, two. Outside again. Rogers works the count even. And chops it down the line to short. Throwing on to second for the force out. To retire the side. 2 base runners get on. Nobody scores though. The Patriots lead remains 9-1. Alex Smith back on the mound for a third inning of work in the top of the 6th. He had a rough first go-around, but a nice clean 1-2-3 inning right after. Just what the doctor ordered for this Norseman staff, and the first man he will face is the top of the lineup, Sam Economy. He has struck out, walked, and hit a sacrifice fly. Pops him up into the shallow outfield. Coming on and calling for it is the second baseman Rogers. Makes the catch and 1 away. For Harrison Toone. He has struck out, walked, and doubled. Each plate appearance better than the last. Takes ball 1. Foul tip into the dirt. 2-1. Toone has himself a hitter's count against Smith with 1 away. With the first out, he is now tied for the longest tenured pitcher in this game for the Norsemen. Their starter, Keniston, lasted 2 1/3. 2-2. Popped up. Foul back out of play. And hits that high down the left field line into foul territory. Coming on and making the grab is the left fielder, Ben Seguin, for the second out, just in foul territory. And Ike Keeley with 2 on and none out will bat. He has been the best hitter of the game for the Patriots. He has doubled twice. He's also lined out. Driven in 3 runs. 4 runs, actually. Had a bases clearing double in the 3rd inning. Popped him up on the infield. Coming on the first baseman, Thomas, and they just let it drop. And now they're going to try and tag him. No infield fly rule was called. That's only in the event of a double play. And the base runner, Keeley, just had a brain freeze right there. Didn't realize that he should stay put when they all let it drop. The infield fly rule only applying when there's already a man on first. That blunder ends the inning for the Patriots. And we head now to the bottom of the 6th. Heading now to the bottom of the 6th here at the Field of Dreams in Harrison. Dylan Sellinger is on the mound now, replacing Connor Coleman after 1 inning of work. Sellinger is a sophomore at SMCC. Same year, same school as Dante Tochi, the man right behind him in the alphanumeric list of players on the Patriots roster. He's from Auburn, went to Poland High School. He had 374, batted in 30 runs with SMCC as a freshman. One of the many pieces of that championship team that are playing in the league today. Also majoring in business administration. He'll face the trio of Poole, Jurowitz, and Connolly. Batters 3, 4, and 5. The Norsemen with 2 frames left to start a miraculous comeback. Anthony Poole has popped out to 3rd and sac flied. Sellinger starts him out with a strike. .5'11" right-hander. And that nasty curve, Poole was able to just get a piece of it. Low and away. 1 and 2 now on the 3-man in the Norseman lineup. That is over his back. Would have taken a inhuman jumping swing attack to get a piece of that one. 2 and 2. And Poole works the count full. Sellinger with a 3-2. His first battery's face. Now the payoff pitch. Lined into right field for a base hit. Poole reaches base to start the 6th inning. And David Jurowitz has grounded out twice. The heart of the Norseman lineup really have not done that much. It's been the first 2, Chimino and Rogers, along with a Liam Coolidge. His appearance, that is foul. Really looked like it stayed fair past the first base bag, but the umpire calls it foul. That was a screaming shot down the right field line. Poole staying put at first. Jurowitz, the sophomore at St. Joseph's, physical education major. Imagine there's some overlap between that and this. A 1, and that hit him. So 2 men aboard. With none out in the 6th inning. Ike Keeley out for a talk with Sellinger while Kevin Connolly waits to bat. He has walked and struck out. Coleman starts him off just outside. Roped down the line, caught by the first baseman Economy, and tagging for the double play. Quick 2 outs there. The unassisted double play from Sam Economy. And Ben Seguin starts off with a strike. So now 2 down. Poole remains on second. Ben Seguin has walked and flied out. Two one. Roped into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Poole. He will score without issue. Sliding into second with a double is Ben Seguin. As it's now 9-2. Norsemen double their run total. Davis Kibler has grounded out to the pitcher, or lined out to the pitcher, I guess, and grounded out to second. Grounds that one to Economy, who steps on the bag to end the inning. 1 run comes in to score, still a mountain to climb. The Patriots will get one last chance to pad their stats as we head to the top of the 7th in Harrison. Top of the 7th. Alex Smith back on for a 4th and final inning of work. Facing off against Joe Strabley, who has grounded out, walked, and singled. Starts off with a ball. This was truly a story of the early game. The Patriots... Well, the middle game, I should say. The Patriots were hitless, in fact, base runnerless through the first 2 innings. That one is fouled back into the smattering of fans down the right field line. But the 3rd and 4th innings, where the Patriots got all 9 of their runs, other than those 2 innings, the Patriots have not had a single base runner. Well, they've had one. Well, no, they haven't. Keeley to end last inning was thrown out. That is a swinging strikeout. Joe Strabley will sit down. Smith's second K. Now Ryan Thurber. Flat out twice, reached on a fielder's choice. Smith pops him up. Covering foul territory, and running catch made by David Jurowitz for the 2nd out as a massive black bird flies over the baseball field. I can't show the fans that, unfortunately. Some sort of eagle or osprey. Certainly the kind of thing you'd expect to see in Harrison, or anywhere in Maine for that matter. Thurber is retired. Possibly the last Patriots batter to bat in this one will be Noah Shaw. Struck out twice and grounded out. He's 0 for 3. Looks at a ball. But as I was saying, yes, the 1st inning, 2nd inning were 1, 2, 3. The 5th, 6th innings were 1, 2, and 3. And they are 1 batter away from a 1, 2, 3, 7th. So just the 3rd and 4th. 9 runs cross the plate. If you take those out, the Norseman staff is throwing a perfect game right now. Truly a bizarre game trend. The Norsemen themselves have had a couple base runners here and there as that's hit into center field. Closing on is Poole to make the grab and retire the side. So the prophecy is foretold. Another 1-2-3 inning. 5 of the 7 frames the Patriots batted were 1-2-3 innings, and yet they have 9 runs to their name to the Norsemen's 2. A 7-run mountain to climb in the bottom of the 7th. Just about ready for the final half inning of this doubleheader in Harrison. On to close the game is Noah Shaw, who just ended the last inning by flying out to center. He will now take the mound to try and get the final 3 outs and seal this 9-2 victory for his Patriots. The 8, 9, and 10 hitters for the Norsemen stand in the way, starting with Regan Thomas, who has struck out and reached on an error before being doubled off. Takes the ball to start. And cut and miss on that one. Truly a Major Leagues-esque bullpen usage from this game. The starter, Nick Griffin, went 4 innings and then 1 inning per pitcher from there on out. Connor Coleman did the 5th, Dylan Sellinger the 6th, and now Noah Shaw on for the 7th and final frame. Two one. To Thomas. Outside. And that's a leadoff walk. Thomas is aboard. The 6th walk of the game by the Patriots staff. The starter, Griffin, had 4 and Coleman had 1. Now Hayden Dipner will bat with a man on and none out. He has walked as well as grounded out. Looks at a ball low and in. The rising freshman out of Mount Blue. And that hit him. So quick 2 base runners. A walk and a hit by pitch. Mound visit will commence from catcher Ike Keeley, skipper Tim Downing. Just going to talk things over here. The Patriots haven't really had any true jams. The closest thing you could probably say was in the 3rd when Nick Griffin gave up a run on a Nate Rogers double. Chris Cimino scored from first on that one. And Anthony Poole did come around to score after a hit by pitch and a Ben Seguin double, but no real sustained pressure from Matt Rogers' Norsemen. But this could be the start of something. Shaw facing down Liam Coolidge, who has struck out looking and reached on an error. High take. Patriots 9, Norsemen 2. Golfs that one into center field, coming on Thurber, and dives, unable to make the play, rolls past him. That will load the bases with none out in the bottom of the 7th. Thomas down to 3rd, Dipner to 2nd, and Coolidge in with a nice cool single. So they're able to get it to the top of their order with none out. Even better, Chris Cimino has singled, walked, and flied out. Takes a ball to start. Inside for a strike. The beginnings of a rally brewing from this team known for their comebacks. 1-2. They're one solid hit away from possibly making some noise here. Outside 2-2. Cimino, the senior at Bates. Cheverus High School product. Takes ball 3. Noah Shaw needs to find something here. And that's way outside, ball 4. So Thomas comes in to score. The Norsemen with their 3rd run. Dipner to 3rd, Coolidge to 2nd. Norsemen now have a 1/3 of the runs their opponents do. Nate Rogers has doubled in a run, also walked and hit into a fielder's choice. Takes a strike inside. Bases are loaded with none out. Still, 1 run already in. Low for ball 1. Dipner on 3rd, Liam Coolidge on 2nd, Chris Cimino on 1st. That's way inside. Shaw deals. He is really having trouble finding the strike zone in this critical moment, getting some inspiration from his shortstop, Harrison Toone, telling him to settle down, focus on the task at hand. That's what he's got to do, but the 3rd walk of the frame walks in yet another run. Cimino down to 2nd, Coolidge to 3rd. Shaw thus far with 3 walks, a strikeout, or 3 walks, a hit by pitch, and a hit. A single. And none out. For Anthony Poole, he has singled, popped up, and sac flied. Vicious cut and a miss. Just 1 out would go a long way if these bases are to remain loaded. It would open up double play territory. Shanks it over to second base and out of the glove of the second baseman, Doty. And everybody's going to be safe. The out is made at 2nd. Rogers is thrown out. But Cimino gets down to 3rd and Coolidge in to score. On the Anthony Poole single. Yeah, great stop by Keeley, stopping possibly another run from scoring. As David Jurowitz has been hit by pitch and grounded out twice. If he is able to reach base, then Kevin Connolly would improbably represent the tying run in a game the Norsemen once trailed by 7, and running and safely stealing second is Anthony Poole. Two men in scoring position. A single would make this a 9-7 game. Already 3 runs in this bottom of the 7th. Outside. Shaw finds the strike zone there. Jurowitz takes ball 4. Another walk, the 4th of the inning for Shaw. And now, impossibly, in an inning they came into trailing 9-2, Kevin Connolly steps to the plate, representing the tying run for the Norsemen. With 3 men on, Connolly has struck out, lined out, and walked. 9-5. Foul back very close to the press box. Still nobody out. In the dirt, 1-1. Three and 1. Shaw ready to deal. Cut and a miss. A huge first out. That was the 3-2 pitch, and Kevin Connolly goes down for a critical first out. Ben Seguin now will stand in. A double play away from his team's comeback dreams being extinguished. Keeley with the stop. On ball 1, Seguin has walked, doubled, and flied out. The next man up in these Never Say Die Norsemen. No lead is safe. Chopped down the third base line, fielded by Shaw. Across his body, throws on to get the out and end the inning. It was a rally, but as the vast majority of rallies in a position where you're trailing 9-2 end, it ends short. The Patriots grabbed the win. It was a bit scarier than it had to be. 9-5 the final score rather than 9-2, but a win is a win, and in a standings as crowded as the GNCBLs are, they need every win they can get. Norsemen dropping to 3-4-1, the Patriots up to 4-3-2. As we are done playing baseball here at the Field of Dreams in Harrison, it was a wonderful double header to cast at a beautiful field and a beautiful press box. I've been Charlie Fellows, and I hope you enjoyed listening. I will see you next time.